We're taking a look at the Bluesound POWERNODE. This latest N331 version brings significant upgrades to a model that has been popular in all its iterations. New in this one is a third set of speaker terminals for connecting a center channel speaker when you're using it for TV sound, and that's kind of huge because it means you can get 3.1 channel surround sound when you add a powered subwoofer, or even 5.1 channel if you add rear surrounds with a pair of Bluesound wireless speakers or another POWERNODE and some passive speakers. 2-channel people, hang on a minute. Let's talk about the 3.1 setup, because at this time we can't think of any other amps that have this type of output except AVRs, and that's another ballgame. Run the POWERNODE in stereo and you get 100 watts times 2. Run it in 3-channel and you get 80 watts times 3. Connect left, right, and center channel speakers using its 3 sets of speaker terminals. Connect your compatible TV via the HDMI eARC input, and you're ready to roll with a big step up compared with your TV's built-in sound or even most soundbars, all with this unobtrusive, compact, app-controlled component. Breaking out the center channel into its own dedicated speaker can make a huge improvement in your movie and TV soundtrack quality. You'll hear clearer dialogue and central action front and center, and you can give the right and left channels plenty of space on either side to get a really effective sense of movement across the screen. Let's talk about Bluesound and how it works. Its BluOS wireless multi-room streaming technology is built into the POWERNODE. It connects to your home network via Ethernet or Wi-Fi, and you control it with the free app. You can play your music with the app a few different ways. You can add your music streaming services, access network-attached storage drives, and flash drives connected to the POWERNODE's USB-A port. It also has a USB-C input for connecting a computer. Then you can use the app to browse through your music and play it and enjoy it. You can also play it simultaneously on other Bluesound components if you've got them or plan on getting some. You can adjust the volume and other audio settings on each player independently. You can even play different music on each player at the same time. So it's a really powerful and flexible streaming system. And within the BluOS universe, you can find everything from standalone speakers and soundbars to dedicated streamers and high-end integrated amps. Bluesound has been getting into their simplified surround sound with their Pulse Soundbar Plus and a pair of Pulse Flex 2i or Pulse M wireless speakers for rear surrounds. The beautifully effective 3.1 setup we talked about earlier is the simplest way to use the POWERNODE for surround sound. Beyond that, you can also put together a 5.1 system with Bluesound wireless speakers or another POWERNODE driving a pair of wired speakers as rear surrounds, so you could even timbre match them with what you're using up front. Let's talk about source inputs on this amplifier. In addition to the HDMI eARC input, the previous version only had a pair of combo mini optical 3.5mm analog stereo inputs. The new POWERNODE has just one of those combo inputs, plus a USB-C port for connecting a computer, a full-sized optical digital input, and I'm very happy to see in this new version a stereo RCA input. It might sound like a small thing to some people, especially if you're one of the many people for whom this amp is a just add speakers, music source, and amp all in one because of its streaming features. But for me, if I can add a turntable, I will. Right now in my home, I've got a video projector that's set up for 2-channel sound using an older Bluesound POWERNODE Edge, and this POWERNODE has me thinking seriously about upgrading to 3-channel LCR. It took about 3 minutes for us to set up the POWERNODE in a stereo configuration in our video studio with a pair of Bowers & Wilkins 606 S3 bookshelf speakers. We streamed some tunes via Tidal. You could really hear room sound and up-close vocal details on Julie London's smoky Nice Girls Don't Stay for Breakfast. And the seminal funk of the Ohio Players' Funky Worms' irrepressible party vibe had the body and detail to drive a substantial celebration. So if you're looking for a simple, powerful, just add speakers amp with cream-of-the-crop wireless multi-room streaming features and a small footprint, the POWERNODE is a great choice and well priced for everything that it does. If you want an amp that could be the nucleus of a full-on 3.1 or 5.1 home entertainment center for movies and music, it's a compelling choice. For now, it might even be the only choice with its compact footprint and streamlined interface. If you want to add a room to your existing BluOS Bluesound system, and you want it to be a real 2-channel hi-fi setup with a minimum of components, take a look at the POWERNODE. When I stop to think about it, I can imagine a lot of other situations where this amp would be a great choice. If you have any questions about Bluesound's latest POWERNODE or any other Bluesound BluOS gear, or if you need to look at some other options, get in touch with us here at Crutchfield.